Good afternoon, or I should say good or happy December. This is your December issue of First Magazine. You're here with Ness. We are here at the beautiful Stay City Apartments in Newell Street in Birmingham. And we are also here to interview somebody that I've actually not, I can't remember when you don't know where you know somebody from, but you just know that you know them. But a very Birmingham, a well-known Birmingham friend, really. You're a friend of Birmingham. Leon, how you doing? I'm good. So we've been given the opportunity to be able to sit down, ask you a few questions, find out a little bit more about you, and then see what happens. Is that all right?
Fine.
Cool. So Leon, so is it Leon? Is it, we've spoken a little bit. How do people know you best as?
Depends. A lot of business people know me as Leon. A lot of people know me as TYSON.
Okay. And what do you actually prefer?
Leon now.
Leon now.
I've grown out of TYSON now.
Yeah, I suppose.
2 years, I've grown out of it.
Sure. So, tell me a little bit more about you then. So we're going to talk to you as Leon, the businessman, the professional. Yeah?
Brilliant.
Okay, good. So how else would probably people kind of, how would your best friend describe you if we were kind of, get into the nitty gritty?
That's a nightmare.
No.
I don't know, just the fun businessman. Simple as that.
Sure. So talking a little bit, obviously getting a bit deeper about your business, what is it that you do or what have you done? Why do people know of you?
Most people, especially in Birmingham, know me as the security, Leon Security. I actually run the Leon Group, which is a group of companies. Obviously, we've got Leon Security, Leon Medical. We do all the medical events. We do ambulances, we own ambulances. We do Leon's Fun World, inflatables, marquees, event hire. They got WG. We've got entertainment. A company what a lot of people knew back in the days, but they don't know really much about it now. Because I've changed it all up now. So before we used to order, most of the concerts I used to have in the city used to be either my money involved or there's our concerts what we used to bring. So we used to work with Two Dudes and a Black Guy. We brought like 50 Cent, Jagged Edge 112, Marcus Shoot. We've done a whole barrage of artists. Didn't really put my name to it because obviously it's all them. Can I get a freebie? Can I get a freebie?
Standard Birmingham.
Birmingham, yeah. So I've been using it a bit more lately on the corporate events. Like we've done like the Anthony Joshua's, got the Mayweathers, like more corporate events, and got a big one coming next year. But I'm not going to talk about that yet. But First Magazine will be the first to know about that one.
Good.
It's going to be massive. It's going to be massive for the city. Massive.
Perfect. So you've mentioned some big names there in respects of some of the artists and some of the celebrities that you've had the pleasure of meeting. Thinking about probably, over the years and what you've done, who is your biggest celebrity that you've been in the pleasure or been in their company of? Who is the biggest one to you?
It's going to have to be Muhammad Ali.
Wow.
It's going to have to be. I met him when I was very young, as a child, and then I had the pleasure of working with him again on his last tour over in the UK. Humble guy, brilliant. It's like, just being his presence was like warming. It's like,
Sure.
I've worked with many legends. I've done Pele the other day. Worked with so many legends. Like tomorrow night we're with Sugar Ray Leonard. So many legends, so many great people.
So do you feel that the security business that you've got allows you, has opened so many doors into this world of, being a celebrity, but also being, a homegrown Birmingham boy? Birmingham people don't really have many celebrity, people that we can kind of look to, but you get to kind of mingle with the big boys of the game. How is it the security company that's done that? What's been the catalyst?
Definitely the security opened a lot of doors for us, made us meet so many great people. A lot of companies we work with, even like on a social level, we sit down, we've made a lot of friends through the business, through the different lifestyles. So.
Sure. So we've spoken a little bit about some of the celebrities that you've met and who you've worked with, some of the greatest. Who has probably been, without maybe mentioning no names as such, but, what is probably the worst story that you've got maybe that you could share about your security business or, one of the worst things that have happened?
We don't really have that many bad things happen.
Okay.
We've had worked with a lot of divas, worked with a lot of different characters. There's a lot, really. There's a lot of little things, but nothing major. No one's been horrible to work with.
Okay.
I'll tell you a story about one guy. I'll say his name as well, Joe Budden. If you're watching this, I picked him up from the airport because I didn't do my research about him to start with, which is very unprofessional of us. However, you need to do your research about whoever you're looking after. It was actually my concert. We done it at Derby at T5. I went to the airport. I saw an American guy and I thought, oh, he's probably with their entourage. I said to him, excuse me, are you with Joe Budden's party? No. So I went in. I saw a familiar face. I thought, oh, that's Terry, one of the bookers. I said, oh, okay. You are. I said, where's Joe? He goes, oh, he's outside smoking. Went outside. It was him outside. I asked if he was with the party. Straight away, me and my ignorance, I could have swore I asked you who you are. So
you did it.
On the wrong foot straight away. And then straight away, it was like, you know what? Not even talking to him. So like, then with me, I'm nice. I'm a nice person. When I meet celebrities, I make him feel we go over and above what we're supposed to do with them. And then because he was a bit of a div to start with, I treated him as a div to start with. And then he was asking me for certain things. No, and no. And then I put one of my people on the phone because my phone rang and he's like, oh, let me speak to him. So I passed him the phone. He's talking. He goes, oh, you're in the right hands. You want females. You want this. You want that. You're in the right people. He's like, I think we got on the wrong foot. So he started hugging me now. He's like, I'm sorry. And now that we're just friends now. We speak to each other on the phone all the time. But we just got on the wrong foot straight away.
Sure. So let me get this right. You have direct links to these celebrities.
Yes,
it's not just their, their agent or anybody that calls you. It's
what it is, a lot of the clients we work directly with them. Like I'm a booker as well, so I book out artists, I book out celebs for events. So we've got a catalogue of artists that we work with. So.
This is really interesting. Sometimes you don't know the person behind the suit. It's really good to be in this position to be able to ask these questions. So we're going to move a little bit away. I mean, you've spoken a little bit about some of the other businesses and things that you've actually done. How have you got to this point? You're a Birmingham,
Birmingham.
one of the mandem, or what, but where have you come from? Where has this literally, where have you started? What are your roots?
Roots from Borsleaf, obviously, Borsleaf. Obviously, it's just working. It's like, I went down one path to start with, ended up where I ended up, turned it back around, and started doing business. Just got into, first started with the security. No, I'm lying. I started, because I was a DJ when I was younger, I did on radio and everything else. Then that went into, putting on my own events. And then we started doing events, really. And then got to do security by accident. So from the security, just snowballed into, oh, you need to have your own business, Tys. For Mr. Bachelor. Big up Mr. Bachelor, Birmingham's finest. So started my own company. I teamed up with one of my friends, Lester Morale, the Bacon Dread, as we call him. We started WG, so then I put my security onto WG as well. So he's doing the events with two dudes and a black guy. So he's putting on all the concerts, then he's doing all the security. Started doing loads and loads of club protection, so he was going around the UK, around Europe, doing all the CP. And then just snowballed from there. WG kind of folded in 2005, 6. And then I carried on with the security. And then I started entertainment up again. And then Event Hire came across. With Event Hire, it was two of my friends now, weren't really doing nothing with themselves. I said, you know what, instead of us all going out and no one having no money apart from me, let's start a business for you lot to run.
That's an interesting concept.
So first he was like, oh, we're going to do gardening. I thought, oh, I ain't going to get, I got hay fever. And then he was like, you know what, we started, I brought some fencing for a job. And I thought, you know what, let's make a business out of it. So we just started from there. First contract was Nottingham Carnival. It was a big contract. I was out my depth with it. So ended up spending grands and grands and grands on all this fencing. I had nowhere to put it. I had to get a yard, and then just built from there. And then that's become their bigger business. And then from there stemmed, we started doing a wedding hire. So we do all the light up dance floors, photo booths, chocolate fountains, some beautiful things that we got, and we hire out. Then we started doing inflatables. We got some massive castles and massive slides. We started doing all that. Then just all grew.
So kind of looking at, the difficulties and the trials and tribulations of being a, black male in a urban inner city area, it could have been a totally different, path that you could have taken.
I moved out the inner city earlier.
Is that what it is?
Very young. Still visit it.
Yeah.
I mean, moved out there.
So
Yeah.
do you think that was a hindrance to you? Could it have been a much more bigger hindrance to you?
Not really. Life is what you make it, and obviously, a lot of my friends from back then are still my friends now. It's what you do with life. I mean, it's like how you turn it around. I'll put it out there. When I came out of jail, I said, you know what, my mum weren't very well, so I thought, you know, I need to change how I behave and everything else. So I thought, what can I do? They had the option to jump into social work, youth work. So I started doing that. Loved it. Met some great people. Embraced Islam. Changed where all my life started. Then got into like my business and then just snowboard. It's all about working hard, keeping focused, locking yourself away for a little bit, thinking what you want out of life, and going for it. Everyone says I'm mad. People around me, I mean, everyone around me says, you know what, you're mad. We don't sleep. We do 27-hour days. You know what I mean? And it's like that's what it is. Hard work pays off, isn't it?
And I think, you know, do you think that maybe your focus changed, whether it was the fact of having a family or, you know, having to be there to support your family? Was that when your focus changed?
Yes, definitely. Obviously, certain things you do when you're younger, when you're young and single, you got to change in it. Life's all about innovation, so it's all about changing.
So you're from Birmingham. Has Birmingham been a hindrance or a help? I think that's the question. A lot of people tend to go out of Birmingham or find the bigger city to make their, you know, make their big break. How has Birmingham been for you?
As I said, a lot of people always go to London. It's the big city, isn't it? Just place of opportunities. It's capital city. I found the Drum was one of my main venues, main contracts. I got to meet all the MPs, work with a lot of good people, and a lot of the people who I need to see me saw me. Then we got into doing all the festivals like Simmer Down, the Flyover Show, where we're doing big festivals, and proving ourselves as a security company. Because what I used to find, I used to think, you know what, being a young black guy, and I still say I'm young before you start smiling, I find a lot of people won't give us a chance. I mean, so I begged Charles Small, I have to big him up again. I mean, and he gave me a chance to run, and Claire Edwards as well. Okay, gave me the opportunity to run Simmer Down Festival, a festival with like 10,000 people. We ran it high level. I won awards for it, and then we got from doing the Simmer Down Festival and Flyover Show. We came runners up second for the Security Excellence Awards. We went up against like Dubai Police, G4S, Showsec, all the major big boys in the world. We came as a runner-up. It was like a young black guy from Borsaleve running events and getting noticed by the world. So it was like from there, it was like snowboarding to different effects.
So do you feel that your story has, you know, it's inspiring. It really is inspiring. It's unfortunate that there isn't, you know, probably there's much support that you had to battle to get to where you are, and you're still battling to maintain where you're at. But do you feel that there could have been, you know, is there anything that you would have done differently, looking back on your trials or tribulations or the things that, what would you have done differently, if anything?
To be fair, a lot of people always put Birmingham down. I mean, they say it's a very negative city. It is a very negative city, especially being black as well. Or people will always try and put you down. However they can chop you down, they're going to chop you down. You know what I mean? But in Birmingham, because with me, I think different to everybody else. I mean, I'll try and help everybody. I mean, even though people are not going to really help us, I help everybody. But then it's who you work with and what you want out of life. Like people say, oh, it's a security company. Like most companies will fight over a door in Birmingham. They're undercut, yeah, they're bad mouth, yeah, for £2 an hour. With me, I'm like, you know what, you keep that. I'll go and do an event over here. I mean, I'll put event hire on there. I do things like different to anybody else. I'll make people want to come and use us as a system. So we do events. We do all the event hire for most of the events in the city now. We're working with Birmingham City Council like Bench and Batty. I mean, now we just start opening another section of our business, which is the medical care, as I said. We do all the paramedics. We've got our own ambulances. So we do all that. A lot of people don't even know what we do. You know what I mean? So instead of I put certain things on Facebook, certain things on certain social networks, let people know we're still around. You know what I mean? Just plodding along. But obviously, there's a lot of things what we're doing as a company and trying to get more people involved.
So is there anything you're going to give me, any little pieces of information of how exciting 2017 is looking?
Well, we've got a lot of things. Obviously, we've got Mayweather coming over in March. I'm bringing Anthony Joshua back over probably April. Depending on how April goes, we've got a lot of things on in April. But hopefully, he's world champion now. We can have all the belts by then. I've got faith in my son.
This is.
We've got something massive coming up for end of the year. Sure. Massive.
Can we talk about that off camera?
No.
I tried. I really did try.
But you will be the first.
Good.
You will be the first.
Good.
First magazine will be the first to know about it.
Good.
And we'll be involved with the whole build-up and everything else with it.
That's exactly what we want to hear. And I think one of the things that excites me is that I actually now know where I remember you from, and it is from youth work from back in the day. And I'm talking like, I think it was probably, if I remember correctly, probably Newtown Community Centre and those sort of places.
And all that. But
yeah.
I used to work at the base.
First, was it New Century? No.
I used to work at the base, Youth Inclusion Project.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
I mean, so we used to do all the young offenders and all the rest of it. So, as I said, it was a give back when I come out of jail.
Yeah.
It was like, you know what, give back to the community. So even though it was running my business, I was still working. And up to about 3 years ago, I was still working on a youth work, like giving a bit back. Nobody really knows that, 'cause I don't really tell people. So I finished my day and then go and work at the children's home. I mean, with them bad bit now.
And you know what? But it's good, because I think at the end of the day, it humbles you. Yeah. I think a lot of the things that, you know, I can look back on some of the circumstances and situations that I've been to give back does humble you, and shows that you are appreciative for what you've actually got.
But from that, I'll let you into another little secret now. I'm also involved in independent living homes. So we run homes as well. So we've got 3 homes as well. I'm looking for more centres as well. So.
This is really exciting. You see, when you ask a good question, you can get a good answer. That's First Magazine for you. So we did, we're still in 2016. We're going to round it up a little bit, but give me some of your biggest highlights of what you did for 2016, your biggest stuff, top 5.
Anthony Joshua, after we won his belt, that was a brilliant event. What we brought him to Cannock now, sold it out. That was a great one. But then we did some great festivals in the city. This year, I can say I was proud of Birmingham. We had things like Jam Fest, where we had like, off the record, 10,000 blacks in the middle of Handsworth Park. And I mean, brilliant event. Missed out some of the Down Festival this year. That's another one of our favourite festivals. Big John's Miller, 70,000. I mean, people celebrating, all with our security all around it, all with our event hire. And we've been a part of the planning, was great. Some great guys, the Big John boys. Massive event. Shard Fest we put on. Myself, Paul Smith, Adrian, and C1 from London. And Lisa Mafia, we put Shardfest on. Artists like Reggie and Bolly, James Arthur, Soul Solid Crew tore it up, as always. Loads of acts, brilliant event. The numbers weren't as great as we should have been, but we are going again this year as well. Already got some acts confirmed. Looking on a big international artist I can't really mention yet. Okay. Solihull Fest, that was a brilliant event as well. We had UB40, S Club 5, loads of artists. Brilliant. Ian Rogers put on a brilliant show. It looked the part, was the part, brilliant. We had loads. Junction 13, great guys, big massive house festival. We was involved from the start to the end of that as well. Brilliant festivals. Brilliant. Birmingham actually stood out this year. And
I think it's kind of interesting how festivals have come to play such a big part of now the summer calendar. And I suppose that means your summers are totally chock-a-block. Just ram all the way through.
It's like stealing a couple of days to go away on holiday. Like summer, we don't have a summer. Yeah. So from like June to like September, non-stop. Even John Simmet, he put on 2 festivals in Nottingham and Mansfield. They were good festivals as well. Everyone's putting on festivals. Everything's a bit different, big events. This week I've actually teamed up with another big company and just buying them out as well, another event company. So I'm buying out one of my competition. So that means last year we didn't do Pride and Versace. This year we're doing everything in the city. Anything what makes sense, we're doing in the city. So everyone else can fight all the little clubs in town, everything else. I mean, we own the city.
And you know what? I love the realness and the confidence, and I admired that, and I absolutely salute that, because you've taken on not just any city, it's your hometown, and you've gone and just...
The whole greatest football team in the world, Birmingham City.
We're not going to take it so political anyway. But you know what, Leon, it has been an absolute pleasure just to kind of even have this, a coffee and a cup of tea with you and just to chill.
First Magazine didn't buy me a coffee.
Do you know, we did offer.
No, I don't want you second-hand coffee now.
We did offer. But no, it's been an absolute pleasure.
It has Birmingham in it, so I don't expect it to be better.
It has been an absolute pleasure. We're here at the State City Apartments down on Newell Street in Birmingham. We have had an absolutely great time just talking and chatting with Leon. We've got much, much more things to come.
Can I mention something as well, please? The last time we did an interview for First Magazine, they didn't even put like...
hard
work into it, so I'm hoping this one has actually come out.
Absolutely. So yeah, we were at them visas together, and you know, like I said, I think one of the greatest things about Birmingham is that everybody knows everybody in Birmingham. The best thing is to live good with people in Birmingham, because by doing so, there's a lot of links and a lot of contacts and a lot of good things that are going to happen. I know how my 2017 is going to look. I hope you do as well. This is First Magazine signing off. Merry Christmas, season greetings, Happy New Year, whatever floats your boat. Happy 2017 to you as well. Let me be the first to tell you. Wicked. Thank you.